Right, welcome everybody to Self Care Awakening. Tonight we're going to be doing a self-care conversation, a self-care success story with Dr. Gary Lindner and Ken Graham. My name is Heather Abbott. I am a graphic designer and self-care advocate. Let me introduce Dr. Gary. He is a physiologist and also the self-care ambassador. And tonight, special guest star Ken Graham will be joining us. He's a video engineer and a film editor, two-time winner of the Nikken Sizzle Summer. Did I say that right? Sizzle Summer?
Summer Sizzle.
Summer Sizzle. Anyway, he wants some cash. And self-care advocate. Dr. Gary, you want to take it away?
Thank you, Heather. And again, thank you for hosting the show. I always appreciate it. And you're a pleasure to be here with us. Isn't she, Ken? So, yes. Okay. Yes. So Ken, let's kind of talk about your pathway here, your pathway through self-care, your pathway with Nikken. You can talk about some of the things that I know, because we played golf a number of times, that you've been getting healthier and healthier and using a couple different modalities, but using self-care within that too, to really, it's amazing for me to see the transformation in the months that we've known each other, that you're going through. And I applaud you for that, being responsible for your health. We all know that self-care is about being healthy by choice, not by chance. And you've made the right choices. So, maybe share with some of the people listening how that came about, what inspired you to make those choices, and just kind of fill us in.
Okay. I had pretty severe diabetes, and I had the opportunity of being able to do the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. But by itself alone, you've got to change your behaviors and you've got to change your diet. And I had the good fortune of meeting Karen Messersmith and this guy, Gary Lindner, and doing this fantastic Nikken program. And Gary, when you started talking about self-care and that all these different things matter, it really woke me up inside. And I talked to my doctors about the whole concept of what I was doing with Nikken, and they were like, do it. Stick to the plan and do it. And there has been a transformation, because I was 291 pounds on April 29th, the day of the surgery. Today I'm 201 pounds and still dropping. And I'll tell you, the KVB, the Nikken KVB, is a fantastic drink. It has all the nutrients. I could literally survive on it if I wanted to. And when I got the waterfall, I began a detox pretty quickly, and I'd done a liver detox. So immediately within just a few days of drinking Nikken water, previous to surgery, I began to have this detox experience. And I'll tell you, I would not want to do it without Nikken at this point. But once again, it's about education. And every time that I go to your seminars that you host and you're talking about self-care, all these things that matter, it really does. And people do need to be educated, because unfortunately we all live in this state of ignorance about what is healthy.
I appreciate that, Ken. I really do. And I maybe apologize to some of our listeners because I'm getting an unstable internet connection message here. Okay. But I'm frequently unstable, but
your golf is
I do appreciate that. I was at corporate today and meeting with Jeff Isom and with Kurt Foley and talking about this concept of self-care. And that topic came up. And the topic came up that really the general public aren't wrong. They're just misinformed or uninformed.
Yeah.
And that is really the purpose here. And I think the purpose of many of us in the field, that we can fill that void, help people become aware of and make choices for a healthier life. And that's pretty much the way we define self-care, or even, so they can live an active wellness lifestyle, if you will. And I know you're probably much more active at your current status of health than you were when you were 291 and severely diabetic. And that all adds to, the everything, so let's kind of talk about that, because obviously you made that choice to be healthier. What prompted that choice to turn into an active participant as a self-care advocate, Nikken consultant, to share that message?
when my doctor explained to me with an A1C of 10.1 that I was going to have a stroke within 2 months, and I had the good fortune of meeting Karen and making that decision to join Nikken right away, and the whole concept again of self-care. For instance, since I've been drinking the water out of the waterfall, I can't do bottled water at all. And every month I do go to the bariatric support group at UCSF, because the truth is we all have addictions. I have an addiction. And by going to these meetings once a month, I'm able to continue to get educated and challenge that. And the entire concept is we don't need a lot of calories in our life. Americans eat way too many calories, too many carbs, and all the things that are bad for us.
And too many sugars, I might add, absolutely.
You're right about the sugars. Sugar definitely promotes cancer. And when you change those things, when you cut the sugars, when you start eating a healthy life and eating minimal calories, life begins to change. But you have to fill it in with things that are nutritious. And for me, it's all about protein. We don't care about the carbs anymore. We care about the protein. And so if I'm on the run and I need to eat something, the Nikken KVB satisfies that requirement.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Well, so let's talk along those lines too. I mean, because I know I use 10-4 as well on a daily basis, one packet, sometimes two.
Yeah.
If I'm on the go, I love to have paleo, but right there, I love to have good promo, man, good promo. You're learning quick. The paleo bar is another good choice, and actually the 10-4 is going to become even healthier because the sugar's coming out of there, so there'll be less sugar consumption as well.
Right. I'm sleeping better. I bought the pillow. I'm starting to put together the sleep system, and I don't know what it is, but when I go to bed at night and I hit that pillow, within minutes I'm gone. The magnetic that I'm bathing in just puts me out. And I have a CPAP machine, and they're about to take me off of the CPAP. I won't be using it anymore.
Excellent. So let me ask this question again and term it a little different way.
Yes, sir.
So rather than just self-care for yourself, what was the pivotal moment? I mean, because you've had some pretty good success for a new person, a new self-care advocate, and you can consult. Second, I think twice, 2 months in a row in the Summer Sizzle program.
Right.
And what was that triggered that? Was it people just seeing the changes in you, or was it a bigger desire for you to share that concept of being healthy by choice, not by chance, with the people you know and care about?
I'm going to say choice D, all of the above.
Okay.
People who have known me a long time, is that you? And they did not recognize me. What happens is when we make this choice to lower our weight and get healthier, embrace self-care, there is a built-in discrimination in our society against large people. I know this because I experienced it. Now that I am healthier, I'm getting more respect. My son, my 24-year-old son, is giving me respect that I have not had previous to this, and he's watching this thing. Yes, other people are also following this, and I've heard from others that I'm inspiring them, to lose weight and to embrace these things. My mother just called me this morning and said, I need a couple Nikken things. Can you order those? Sure. She wants some more insoles. So I think as we live the life of self-care and what Nikken is promoting, and we embrace it into our own lives, people are watching.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So all the above. I can't go back, because if I went back, Gary, I would be hypocritical to what I'm doing. There are two hormones secreted in your body known as ghrelin and leptin. And because of the Roux-en-Y, they're not being secreted as much. So I don't have this desire to just go out and eat a hamburger. I can't.
Sure. Well, you're putting your body back in balance, and you're giving it the tools it needs so it can do the things it wants to do, which is to help you be healthier.
Yes.
Whether from a standpoint of help something that's a challenge for you, or prevent that challenge to begin with. So let me ask you this, and because you're pretty new to Nikken, to the self-care advocacy, the self-care awakening, if you will, do you find that engaging in conversation is much simpler when we're talking to people about those concepts, as opposed to talking to them about a specific product for a specific issue or whatever it is.
Yes. If you want people to run 180 degrees the other way, just sound like you're selling something. But if you bring on the concept of education about health, why water matters, why sleep matters, all these things, why finances are important, they do listen. And as you have coached me and have trained me, at the point the question is asked, what do you do? That of course is the segue to, well, there are products by a company called Nikken, But you're right, we need to promote the concept of health and discuss those issues. And another thing is, people, when you engage them about themselves, they will tell you everything you need to know about what's going on in their life. And
the key word there is engage them. Absolutely. I agree with you.
And then you can introduce the concepts. I love bringing people over and saying, here, have some water, and they all notice immediately, what is this stuff? And I
remember you had people over to the house, and we talked very shortly after that, and you said, I got people that they all want a water system.
You know what I say? I say, oh, it's pure clean water. You've never had that before,
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a pretty specific question because I think our viewers will want to know that. So you started towards the end of the month, which I think was June, and then July you went to our rank we call executive.
Right.
And you, just by sharing self-care and acquiring clients or customers, getting people with good water, good sleep, or whatever it might be, on some of our good nutrition and auto ship customers. You repeated that the next month as far as second in that contest by sharing these concepts as opposed to sharing specific products.
Right.
So what was your check your first month? Let's say the July check. How much money did you make? Not your check, but just total money you made.
Almost $1,000.
Okay.
And then in comes this other money. I'm going, whoa, what is this? And it was really cool. And then other monies have actually come in, as you sell things.
Well, I know the prize was $750 on top of your commission check. So, and then repeated pretty much the next month. So you've done pretty good for an investment. For an investment of $99 to upgrade to I would register yourself with Nikken. So
I would say this company is probably the best direct sales company I've ever involved in because the products are second to none.
Yeah.
Secondly, the company does what it says it's going to do. It meets its obligation.
Right.
It's fantastic.
And as a little preview for our viewers, things are going to get a lot better real quick in a couple of weeks in San Antonio. So
I have to say the people of Nikken are wonderful too, and it's really motivated me to want to do better and to promote it because I know I can call you or Karen or anyone, Rex, and ask questions, and it feels safe to me. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's
a good feeling.
It is.
Share these concepts. People get it. I'm telling you, the average person walking around doesn't know how much water they should drink.
You're right.
And a lot of times they think bottled water is a healthy choice. And if we can give them that awareness,
yes,
they will make the healthier choice. And they will do that on their own. And,
absolutely.
And it's pretty amazing, and it's very gratifying, I will say. And it's very gratifying for me that you're duplicating some of the principles and things that we talk about through the Self-Care Awakening. And I thank you for that. I really do. So.
You're welcome. It was you who taught me that you need to be drinking half your body weight in ounces. Like 8 ounces. 8 glasses a day is not enough. And that is.
I just had that conversation with my sister.
And trust me,
we had to put it into glasses, not ounces.
Right. You go to a doctor and they do a blood draw, they can tell instantly. Dehydrated.
It's when you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. Yeah. So just water all day. So, very, very exciting, Ken. And I know it's exciting for you. I'm very proud of you. I'm proud you're going to be on stage in San Antonio telling your story and sharing with people. And Heather, I got a little question for you too. So unmute yourself for a moment. as well. And just for our views, Heather is not she's a self-care advocate, but she is not part of Nikken proper as a consultant. She works in Dave Johnson's office as a graphic designer. And you mentioned something to me a while ago, saying that the people you've met in Nikken, all right, are probably the healthiest group of people you've ever seen. I mean, and I remember you saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm probably one of the youngest people there, and probably one of the most out of shape people compared to
But and you also made comments to the demeanor, the attitudes of the field. They were nice people. It's and I appreciate that too, because as a community we really are. I had a conversation with Mr. Foley and with Jeff today saying, I believe we are at a critical point in time to move forward to where this company can fulfill its destiny. And to me, that destiny is, and it's really why Self Care Awakening was created, to be the premier company on this planet to help people be healthier. And whether you want to lump us into health and wellness companies or whatever, I don't think we really fit there because we cover so much more than most of them do. But it is our philosophy, our mission, our product line, and our cause that binds us all together. And when we all have a very similar cause, a very similar mission, and we're focused on that, to educate people, to make them aware so they can make healthier choices. And then if they wish, like you can, upgrade themselves to share that message. Very powerful force. We can change the world. We really can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the big difference there is that people come first.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Instead of the business, the people come first.
Right. Great point. So, Ken, any closing thoughts for anybody out there?
Yes.
Okay.
Whole concept of healthy by choice, not by chance. And that video that you and Sparks have done, your chances of being healthy by spinning the wheel, no, there's an eye opener. And none of us are going to land healthy if we don't take a positive, proactive approach. And that is exactly what the whole self-care concept is about. And it's very empowering. And when you begin to really feel the effects of being healthy, and you can do more things as we're doing. I mean, Gary, I've seen pictures of you. You've come a long way too. And it's amazing.
I'm just trying to keep up with you, Ken. I got to keep up with you on the golf course, and that's the whole reason. So.
You're an awesome golfer, and just keep it up. But the whole paradigm of we cannot rely on drug companies to give us drugs to be healthier. That doesn't work. They're only treating a symptom. And we can be healthy. In fact, they probably have a concerted effort to not make us healthy. But that's a whole other topic.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah, it's not Walgreens, but
yeah.
I'll tell you, healthy by choice, not by chance. That is a very profound statement. And when you really meditate and think about that, I think it engages one to be proactive and then do something about it. And that's what you're doing.
Thank you, Ken. You summed it up better than I could. So that makes me proud too.
Well,
any closing thoughts from you, or?
Well, like Ken said, be healthy by choice and not by chance. He summed it up perfectly. I'm not sure I could add to that.
So with that, I think we're pretty much done for this evening. I don't have much else to add, and I want to thank you both for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
Or I joined you, either way.
We all joined each other.
Yeah.
It's been great. Once again, I want to remind everybody this was an independent Nikken consultant for his presentation. Be healthy by choice and not by chance, and have a good evening.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.